So
Right,
welcome
okay,
to
I'm ready.
alright, well thank you for being ready. Alright, welcome to the fourth episode of the 97% Optimised Podcast. This episode we've got Fleur,
Yo, log on.
we've got Tom,
Hello.
and we've got special guest TTS.
Hello.
So, the first topic, strap videos, are they worth it? This is referring to, Gash is going to be having strat videos on zombicus.com/strategy guides or something like that. So
Yeah, he's been showing me like the back end of it
yeah,
and whatnot.
So, opinions?
Wait, what?
Next topic, you're reading out the topics, idiot.
No, we do one at a time. What the fuck?
Yeah, we're
are you
doing
on
one at a
about?
time.
Oh, alright, fair enough.
Why would we
Alright.
read them all out?
Dumbass.
Spoiling everyone.
No, because what did he even say? Because I wasn't listening. I'm gonna be honest.
Strap
He said-
videos, are they worth it?
Well, yeah. No, no.
I mean,
What the fuck? What do you mean? What? Of course they're worth
Yeah,
it.
are they worth it? What the fuck does that mean?
Well, I mean,
Well, you have
would
to ask Tony EU. So.
Well, they would be worth it because you need to fucking not play the game.
These man's
What?
my topics.
As if I didn't even read through these, I just let him start.
I mean, I think the strategy database is really good for like say I want to pick up like Call of the Dead and I don't know shit about Call of the Dead. I can just like look at it and learn like all the strategies and like stuff based off of everything that's put there. Because I know Gash was like, because on Call of the Dead there's like this paste bin, I think
Paste
it was
bin.
from
Paste
from Zominator, who's like the key of the Call of the Dead. I know he was putting that like in a readable format like on the site, along with a bunch of like videos of like how to do like lighthouse trading at each location, like stuff like that. And I think that is very,
It lowers
very
the barrier of entry.
cool. Yeah, definitely. I think it does, because
Because
then people don't have to like hunt around for like this obscure ass player who has like the key to playing the map, you know?
yeah,
Like it's more publicly accessible and centralized in one spot rather than just word of mouth, which
Well,
I
I
think
blame
is good to do for like the preservation of the community. I
yeah.
guess.
There's actually like no resources for like a lot of maps.
Yeah.
No.
I had to go to Sly Raven to learn Ascension, so that explains it. So,
I mean, like the best we have is like videos from like 5 and 5 about how to play like certain strategies on certain maps, and even a lot of those are pretty like outdated.
Oh, have you seen the new video? Who'd you call it? This first room player, Stret. He posted like a fully in-depth, like 30-minute tutorial on like how to play the first room for Jugside, and like he explained a lot of shit in depth, like all the subtle nuances of the strat. It was like really fucking good, and I feel like we need to have more videos like that in the community.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
and that is why Gash, zombicus.com, by the way, is having a strategy database to help the community.
What is zombicus.com, Tom?
Zombicus.com is going to be the new leaderboard site in the future. And it's
It should be.
It should be, because it's a non-corrupt leader. He's not Mexican. He doesn't dox people, DDoS people, allegedly, of course, because we don't want to take him down this podcast after the last one. But, yeah.
I don't think strat videos are worth it. If you want to see a strat, watch world record footage. It shows consistency of the strat and how to run from different obstacles. Yeah,
Who said that?
Tony.
No.
I don't know,
Might be
like.
taking it at face value, but
No, I don't think you can watch a world record
can't
gameplay
learn-
and just know everything about the strat. Like that is just not a thing.
It takes a lot of like watching somebody do it and then putting it into like your own like play style, I guess, and then from that like trying to understand like the intricacies to make it consistent. You know, you can't just watch somebody play a strat consistently, and you're gonna know how to play it consistently.
Here's the thing: like, if you watch like world record gameplay to know a strat, you're not gonna know like every single scenario. You're only gonna watch like 15 minutes, and it's like you're not gonna be confronted with all the scenarios of the strat. But if you have like a strat video, or not even a strat video, but like explaining like how to play the map and it
Right.
tells you all the scenarios, nuances of the map. It would be way easier to learn.
Like, for example, on 5, like, if you watch 15 minutes of 5 gameplay, there's a good chance you're not going to see a zombie get stuck in the M14 window or, like, a group of them in there.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't... So that's, like, something you would have to figure out on your own on the spot while playing. But, like, strategy videos could highlight that and tell you, like, things to look out for, what you should be watching for, what to do if this fucks up or that fucks up. Otherwise, just on the base strategy videos like we have from 5 and 5, it just shows you how to clear, like, 1 4-minute round with this strategy. It doesn't like really teach you anything. It just gives you the basic premise.
I mean, even for new players, not even before you get into the game, there's stuff you have to have done in your game. Like,
yeah, I got you, Tony.
Like, let's say stuff in like your config or.
But I like that. I like playing
settings.
I like that to play the game.
Yeah, well, like some people wouldn't know. Like, you have to have your corpses on minimal. Or if you want a mod, you can have it on.
Yeah, that's stuff too. That's not like really known about.
Like every map should have like you go to a certain link, you know everything about the map.
Right. It's like a resource or like a wiki. Yeah. I guess as Wings has said it, like a wiki page.
Yeah. Wings gonna try and copy that.
Do I think that ZWR is the people to do it?
Obviously.
Probably
Last
not.
I checked at the staff page, probably not.
Yeah, on ZWR, there's like absolutely no people that know like a BL1 map in depth. You would have to ask the BL1 community.
Like,
and I don't think barely anyone from the BL1 community is willing to
I was
help
about to say, I
ZWR.
don't think there's like one like big name BO1 player that like associates themselves with ZWR and like any
Oxygen.
What?
No, not Oxygen.
Yeah,
definitely not
Oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
definitely didn't call his girlfriend a Kai or anything. Yeah. Do any high run players even support ZR at this point?
I think so.
Not
Look at their staff page. That's all I got for confirmed supporters. But I've
like it just has a bunch of ZR slaves.
I mean,
They're
I've
probably-
seen.
They're probably all being blackmailed with their dogs to be there. To be fair.
But I mean, another thing too is a lot of those staff members are there for the website, not for the leader of the website.
Yeah.
So like,
Like,
they're just
I mean,
there for like the betterment of the betterment of the community. Like, they're
a
not
lot of-
loyal to the site; they're loyal
I
to the
don't think
community in a
anyone supports
way.
the leader of the website.
There's a lot of people who have been ZRs to help the website and the community, but then they just leave because like
They
know
just get
how-
fed up.
It's not gonna get anywhere with Wings trailing. So
I mean, look at Manicos. Like, he just had that.
I mean, he's doing it now for money.
moment.
Because he needs the money.
Well, yeah, I understand where he's coming from. I had a chat with him when the whole thing was like going down, and I mean, I completely understand where he's coming from, and I don't like blame him at all.
Yeah.
But it's also like complacency too, you know. Like people just kind of get like complacent. It's like, okay, sure, fine.
Even his right hand man doesn't support him. Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Yeah, I don't want Wings in my DMs again. But
I don't want to reveal too much.
How does Wings have your dogs, Tom?
well, he's never even showed me, and he's just threatened me.
It's this live gameplay, 100%, definitely. You can see by my mouse trailing around the Twitch player right now. This is 100% legitimate
Yeah,
gameplay.
he's comparing against Yazzy's game, not his own, of course. Cause,
Yeah, I just needed to beat Yezi a second time. That's all.
yeah. Because we'll slay in Wings.
Oh yeah, you know we were talking about ZR. I was actually talking to Wings, and it was about the legitimacy of gameplay, right? And
Sure.
it was me and Niraj talking about it, and we're basically saying how it was really easy to basically get illegitimate gameplay up there. Like I was talking
agree.
about this way of cheating on the Reese or on any box map. So let's say you know the command magic magic chest movable 0. Magic chest movable 1. You could easily, like, let's say you get a favorable box location like power on the Reese. You could easily boost it to 14 hits. So let's say you get like 10 hits on it, and you have it so you have it on 0, so the box can't move, and then you turn it off. It will still move within 14 hits, even though you turned it off late. So you can basically get extended. You can basically get it so it's still legit. You're still getting 14 hits out of the box, but you're kind of modding it so you can't get like 4 hits out of power box, and there would just be no way to catch that unless you're like really going like looking in depth for the gameplay. And I'm saying I was saying to him that you should check the config of these players. Like, check config of like all the players. Check their patch to see if it's the right size.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that
And
comes up
what
with like
he
a later
said-
topic.
What he said was like, "Oh, it's not our decision. It's the community's responsibility to find cheaters out themselves." And then he like linked me a part of the site where it says like, "Oh, the world records are subject to change." And I'm just like, "But aren't you the records site? Like, shouldn't you be doing this? Aren't you the kind of the authority of the community to determine this?" And he just didn't want to take any responsibility for, if there's any modded records on the site, he didn't want to take any
Alright.
responsibility.
Well, I've got an extra. Oh.
Let's break all that down because that's a lot of stuff before we
Yeah.
like dig into more on the piles. So
Mhm.
I think that yes, it is very easy to like get a modded game on ZWR. Do I consider that a bad thing? Considering my favoritism towards ZWR, fuck no.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we got on 246 by
So-
46 by Froggles.
So that is a very good thing that I haven't ever like thought about before. Was like changing the value of like whether or not the box can or can't move.
I mean, there's
that's
a lot
like-
of ways you can mod on PC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree that that is too. And I feel like that instead of just like pleading ignorance to all this stuff, being like, oh my god, I uncovered this like huge secret, I can't tell anybody, or like people are gonna start like modding the hell out of this. I feel like it should like be brought to life more, like I think that when you like highlight these things, it gives people something to look for when it comes to like verification of submissions.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, one person is not going to look through a 70-hour game, especially if nobody watched it live, to like track anything and like try to determine whether or not it's modded. But that's why we have the rule of you must like provide full, like gameplay in full, so that the average like Joe Schmo could like watch any segment of gameplay he wanted and like test the game for like legitimacy.
Well, I mean, that's not even the bigger. Like Wings, like gets at you for, like, look at the screenshot in socialization, and that'll tell you a lot about submitting records to ZR.
Well, you should break down the screenshot because this is a podcast.
So, yeah. So, Wings, sorry, at this time he was known as Rebel Foreskin. He says, "Why did you deny a town game?" This is when I was on Zombie Record staff for the third time. But why did you deny a town no magic game? Who cares if the first 30 rounds were missing? The guy submitted a 10-hour stream. Are you kidding me? So you're saying 30 of 42 rounds is fine? Wait.
I completely think that is not something you should be able to do, is just let a game like that show up with like, absolutely no gameplay.
Yeah, that's
you can
completely...
you can literally
It was
just mod around
30
30.
out of 42 rounds, so you
Mod
only
around
had
30.
12.
Right. And I like those kind of cases, how I like to think of it is like say world record obviously should be held to like a world record standard, so like gameplay should be provided in full. Like you should have like at least like maybe a timer for something so we can see your game. I mean,
If you don't have a timer, you
that's
can't.
a debate for later down the podcast. But like the world record games should be held to like a very like important standard, and then just like as you go down like the leaderboard, depending on how many spots you choose to track, you can be a little more lenient in like the event of, oh, I missed gameplay, like you still should hold people to, if they have the gameplay, upload it, rather than just like, yeah, I have all the gameplay, but they like local recorded half of it,
I mean, you can go and fake a world record right now. I could go fake a world record game.
I can go fake a world record right
Yeah,
now.
it's not hard.
Nobody knows what I've been up to. For all I know, I'm
Like-
have a game paused in the background right now.
There's plenty of games that are modded or like they aren't legit on CR. Like
Yes,
I know there's some like 4P co-ops and everything, and it just aren't legit.
And
but-
also, like with this gameplay thing, there was also it's been removed now because there was controversy, but it was the other 222, right? So
Oh, I remember that.
I'm pretty sure. Wait, wasn't it that he didn't have like the early round gameplay or something like that?
He had rounds,
222 for what now?
No, for Ascension he had
222 Ascension.
rounds 1 to 97, and then a 5-second clip of him on 222. And that was
Wait,
just...
he did have the other gameplay.
I mean, it
No,
seems like
he had 1
Wings
to
changes this
97,
night.
then a clip of him on 222. With just no
That's-
other, like,
Oh.
footage.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
How that even got on the site, like
It's
in
like
the
the
first
guy
place. Like, I
died
know
in
it's
that-
been removed.
The guy died on round 97 and then just modded to 222 and just put it on the site.
I mean, Wings seems to change his mind a lot because I know a year ago this is nothing to do with BO1, but let's say the BO3 Kino record for Toxic. The record was denied because it didn't have the first 5 rounds out of round 238, I believe. I don't remember, but he denied that for months, and then he magically accepted it. And now, if you have 12 rounds out of a 42 round game, your game's fine. So I don't know. I don't know when the community decided this, since it's supposed to be about community decisions, not Wings. But
To be fair, he probably thought, like, it's a no magic game, it doesn't really matter.
No
Because
magic.
it is a no magic game.
so technically, if I started round 30 right now and showed no proof of before that, my game starts on round 30, according to Wings.
Not really
Site's
corrupt.
corrupt.
It's just like having a rule for one thing and not for another. Well,
And,
not even
like,
that. It's just that.
Not following up on like rule, like
I
upholding their own
mean,
rules.
this is like
So,
ridiculous to what you call it, to like not allow like or allow world records without like full gameplay or at least like 90% of it.
Yeah.
Like that is fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
And also, if you're gonna have a rule in place to like check for what you call it, to check for full gameplay, you should also have shit to check for configs and shit. And
I mean,
patches.
the next topic's
But I
about all
mean-
this too. So.
In that case, though, you could just fake that really, really easily with upload your config in your fast file, because somebody could just play with one config and then just upload
Yeah, but
it.
if you go on, not even like upload it, just like show on stream. So you go like fucking, so like while you're in game, you go right click properties, and then click browse local files. It will take you to the actual BL1 you're using, right? So it would be pretty
yeah.
hard to, it would be pretty hard to fake that.
But I mean, you can always do that in post with video editing too.
Oh yeah, but I mean live on live stream. So
Should I-
somebody,
Also, could pre-record it, but
yeah,
that's
that's
like
true.
that's putting in the effort. You know, it's
Yeah.
there's some things that we like can try to enforce, but like they're so easy to like cheese that like what's the point? And I feel like that's one of those. You know,
Should I read out the second topic, since that's basically what we're talking about?
Yeah, go
Sure.
ahead.
The use of entity tracker as opposed to a timer to further prove a game's legitimacy.
As opposed to a timer.
Oh,
I
that's
think
that's what
the
Tony said.
game and timer is enough in my opinion. If you want to go the extra mile for an error monitor, like I will give you brownie points.
But you can fake a game so easily by changing, stuff at like fast files. There needs to be another level of proof. I don't know
Like,
all the
the
details.
changing of the fast file to like make the game play faster would make you like reset earlier.
You
even if it
mean
was, like,
you mean
your-
time
whatever.
scale, right?
But whatever you can do in your files to like change the box and I'm not
Seems
too
like-
into
If
that
you,
since I don't
if
play
you
with it.
change stuff with like the box, like your weapon probability, it's not gonna show up in like Golem or anything.
But like, there's a
all
lot
of-
of things you can do to your game, right? That you can't see. Like, no one could show proof that you modded it.
Well,
Right.
you have like weird animations on a modded patch.
Yeah, if you have a modded patch, you have
Okay.
different animations. Don't know what it's caused by, but you do.
Like,
I mean,
how could someone
There's
show
probably a
proof?
workaround for that.
Yeah.
What about
I mean-
zero corpses? Like, is there any way
You
to show
can
that?
tell if
That's
you
a
go on your
config.
options. In your options, it
Yeah,
won't
the tiny
say
like
minimal.
thing vanishes.
Alright, okay then. So you can prove that.
Like instead of being like tiny, small, medium, or large or whatever, it's like literally just blank. But then as soon as you change it, it toggles back to one of the other settings. And you could just watch someone's gameplay too, and if they like T-gun a horde and there's just like no dead bodies left over,
Yeah.
then you know that they like have it off. That's that. Like tracking like the box stuff, that would be a lot harder to track. That would have to like you'd have to sit down with like pen and paper and see if there's like something suspicious with how many times they're like hitting a box in a location.
But is there no
Like,
way
it always
someone
seems to
can,
move really quick
You
in
can
this
get to
location.
Can someone not
Trade
prove
over
on
it.
stream?
You still couldn't like. It wouldn't be like definitive evidence still.
Yeah, but you can sort of tell.
But then you also are assuming that the people who play BO1 on PC are capable of editing what's necessary to make that happen. I don't know if you can change the mystery box thing like in the config, But,
Change
like-
it in the fast file.
Yeah, if you do it in the fast file, that means you know how to take apart a fast file, which I mean the
Well,
tools are out there. That's
really,
not
because
hard.
That just means one person knows how to do that, and he sent it to 10 friends.
I mean, to be fair, like BO1 modders in the past haven't exactly been intelligent, so you can't really
Right,
see
and I
being
mean
able to do it.
to change fast file stuff, they would at least have to know how to like code in COD's like unique programming language. I mean, I say unique, but it's like a collaboration of a couple other like modern, well-known programming languages. But still, like you'd have to be able. They would have to be able to know how to do that in the first place. And I mean, yeah, they could just like do it secretly and shoot it off to 10 friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, at that point, then we just start questioning like their friends and stuff. I mean, I know that's kind of like witch hunting, but like, it's the idea of it's like an honesty thing, you know. If like someone's not honest, then like hold them to that, like, you know, like try to figure out that they're lying, you know. Like the gameplay's there, figure it out, you know, as best you can.
Full game proof necessary or a burden. The words of Tony UK again.
I mean, when you stream, the gameplay is going up on Twitch. It's not like going on your hard drive, so it's not like a space issue when you're streaming on Twitch. Then again, it could be an internet issue where you don't have the internet or like the streaming equipment.
I mean, it's 2019.
Yeah, I mean it's 2019. Any computer over like $200 could play BO1 easy, and like getting a Xbox 360 like second hand would be like that much or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
And like OBS is free, getting WSplit or Live Split is free, downloading BOEM is free. Like the only thing that wouldn't be technically free would be like recording and locally saving like stuff, because that would take up physical hard drive space. But then you can just stream to Twitch. Like,
Oh, we've actually got sorry to interrupt you, but we've got messages here from the owner of Zombie World Records himself, talking about an old topic, the screenshot that was posted earlier. The Town No Magic submitted a 10-hour stream. The 10-hour stream was 90% of the gameplay. Rounds 1 to 30 weren't even 10% of the amount of time it took. If we ask people on World Record runs to show full config and patch files, they're going to troll and deny doing it, so we don't put them on the site. The old ZWR was autistic for full gameplay. If 5 minutes were missing, your game wasn't legit. I changed this to a more common sense rule. It's Wings' statement.
Well, to counteract that, you don't even need to, like, let's say you don't even need to, like, remove the record. So let's say if somebody has full gameplay and if somebody has, like, showed their config, maybe have, like, a fucking verification type shit. Like, it's like, oh, they've got, like, a verified check mark next to their world record or whatever. It's like, oh, this has been, like, checked.
this has been like
thoroughly.
analyzed thoroughly. Yeah, I like that idea. Having like a is verified thing. Like,
Yeah.
we can like honestly say that yes, this is the world record. And if it's like suspicious, we'll just put like a no there and like challenge the
We'll
community
just-
to look at the gameplay and try to figure something out. I know that sounds boring and tedious, but like we need to like hold each other like responsible and like analyze each other's stuff. Can't just like, you know, say that a game is modded because we don't like that person, or this game's legit because this guy is like a beast at zombies.
Finished about full gameplay, or?
I think in a world record game, as much gameplay should be provided as necessary,
Yeah.
and every record should be challenged by any record should and could be challenged by a community member who is willing to
Wing
look-
said this really interesting thing, right? So he was like, oh, the early round gameplay, oh, that's only 10% of the game. Why should we require that? Well, I think most people have a... personally, for me, if I ever modded, I'd probably only mod like the first 10% of the gameplay, because that's the most frustrating part of the game.
True.
So the first
restart
10%
heavy.
is the most important part of the game. I've wasted more time on the first 10% of the game versus, you know, the later 90% of the game. It's the most important part of the game. So saying that, oh, it's only the first 10% of the game, it doesn't matter. That is the... if anyone wanted to mod, they'd probably want to mod that one of anything else to mod.
Also on Black Ops 2, in a custom lobby, you could just set it to round 20. Who's tracking that?
Oh,
How do we
yeah,
not
that's
know the guy started
true.
on round 20.
They have different
Yeah.
eye colours, though.
They have what?
They have different eye colours depending on what round you started on.
What do you
Do
mean? But isn't that only on Nuketown? What are you talking about?
I think that's
Well,
only on
every-
Nuketown, and that's always on round 25.
thought there was every private match.
No.
I mean, in my opinion, if you're missing 10% of your game from like, let's say, from like round 110.
I think early rounds are very crucial that you need to like.
Yeah, like if you're missing like round
Exactly.
110 to 115 in a 220 game, that wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, you should have your full setup. Like even more
Yeah.
than like 50. Like even if you're missing like, I don't know, 50 to 70. I don't know. The early
That's the
rounds are
best.
where you can like, let's say, you spend 4 hours trying to get perfect box. You don't. I'll just mod it and start in round 30. There you go. Like, that's
Yeah, you
easily
could,
done. Like
just
anyone
kill
can
something
do
like
that.
and just mod the
If you
base
start at
and
round
everything.
20, you can
Yeah.
kill. That will show you easily. What if? Well, not every kill is going to be counted towards a player. What if they grab a nuke? Then there goes 24 from their total kill. They just keep grabbing a bunch of nukes, and then it's kind of hard to tell, I guess. I mean,
You could just,
you
mod
could
the
probably-
kill counter.
I mean, honestly, you actually probably could math that out with nukes. Like, you could assume, like, worst case, they
Oh
got
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
one nuke every round, and then because I know Kira, when he was like exposing Sith Bass, did some stuff like that with like
Yeah, he
his
did.
point management and whatnot.
Interesting.
So I mean, you actually could math it out that way.
But you could also just, mod the kills like Zolfanos, and you can do that on BO2. So yeah.
This isn't on
Yeah.
our current topic list, but I'll add this to this part. What about players who are trusted in the past, having their, future games? Like, let's say,
It doesn't really matter.
so if, like,
I mean-
like, if someone submits a world record game now, they would be more trusted if they had a record in the past, but they could have easily modded it still. Like, is there any?
Okay, if it's like somebody vanished from the community from like 5 years, and then all of a sudden they pick up their first game for the first time on a map that they either played a lot in the past and or just recently, and they're playing like top tier, like then that like raises the suspicion, like it has to be in the context, like they could be an amazing player, but if they like don't like just come out of the blue with a game, obviously it's going to raise suspicion, especially if you've like never seen them play it in the past.
Interesting.
But let's say if somebody like Phoenix plays Doris, would you trust his record way more? It's like, oh, he doesn't have full gameplay, Would you trust him way more than like some random person?
Well,
I mean, if he was missing early gameplay, I think we've already determined that's a fat no. If it depends on how much he's missing, where he's missing it. It's a factor of things. It would have to be like a group of people have to get together and really like look
But I
at
mean-
the gameplay and like either make the decision as like a, like a group of like higher ups or like as a community like vote.
Dan Casimir is the final scene is on the side
It's impossible to force someone to show their config or patch files. Most people will refuse to troll and try putting us in a situation.
Didn't we
where
already
force
talk
them.
about that?
I'm being told to tell you that.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't, which is a problem,
But
right?
yeah, but I mean, as long as there's somebody who questions it, I mean, that gives you the evidence to like look through it. Unless it's like something completely absurd, like SaltNet tried to do in the 232.
Wait, whoa! I've not heard about this. Can you?
Okay, so when Phoenix was doing his 232 Ascension game, SaltNet was in my Discord, and
Okay.
he came into my Discord and he was like, "Bro, Phoenix is modding." I'm like, "Okay, do you have like any evidence that he's like not modding?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, you gotta trust me, man. He's not legit." I'm like, "Really? Like, what evidence do you have?" Like, I'm trying to be like a factional, reasonable person. I'm like, "Yeah, like, I'll listen to you, but you gotta like tell me like what's happening." He's like, "The French were shit talking you Americans." Like, okay, they're shit talking us. Cool. I don't care. That's not relevant to what we're talking about right now. And he's like, "Dude, he got like this like really good trade," and he just like sounded like so pissed or like laughing for stuff. I'm like, that's still not evidence, dude. Like,
Yeah,
this
that's
guy's
pretty
not
dog
modding.
shit evidence.
He's like, "This guy took weapons out of the box." All right.
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen
I
him
remember
in a
him
while.
saying that.
And I was like, all right, well, like, some people in my Discord decided to like prove him wrong by going through his gameplay and like tracking every single weapon that Phoenix grabbed from the box and found one of everything. So it's like, well, he didn't take weapons out of the box. You're running out of like arguments. I mean, SaltNet was like, but he's not modding, dude. There's like no way he's legit. I'm like, So you're saying because Phoenix can't prove he's legit, he's modding?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like, yeah,
pretty,
bro. I'm like, dude, that's like ass backwards of like how you should be like approaching anything.
yeah,
Like
that's
there's a
pretty
reason
dog
like
shit.
laws are like innocent until proven guilty. It's because you give them the benefit of the doubt unless there's like hard evidence that like this is the case. You know?
Which Sultanate didn't have.
Right. He had no argument. He was like, I called him out on like 2 different fallacies in his argument, and he like wouldn't like own up to them. Like there was no like base to his argument. He just got like so mad and stuff. We had to eventually just kick him from my Discord because he wouldn't shut up about it.
That guy's pretty embarrassing.
And like Phoenix caught wind of it later. He was like, "This so stupid. Like, why would you think I'm modding? This is stupid." Oh, that reminds me. Another argument he had was that Phoenix is a programmer, dude. He knows how to code. He's modding because he knows how to code. I'm like, yeah, I know how to code.
Yeah, he works at
I'm going to.
Ubisoft.
He couldn't learn though. I mean, if you
Yeah.
know how to program in one language, it's not too hard to like
Yeah.
learn how to code in a different language. It's kind of like with speaking different like speaking languages. Like you just got to learn like the ins and outs of it, and you just like connect the dots with each individual like component of it. You know. So
Eggman's co-op with Zomba. Why they tied the world record as opposed to beating the world record?
What?
That's what Tony said. Yeah,
Are
that's
these
yeah.
all
That's,
from Tony?
no, the first 4 I believe are from Tony, or 5. I don't know.
shit, I added exclamation mark podcast, but I never like made the command.
Wow. Okay. What?
But only now was the first time that somebody
So-
tried to use it. So hold on, let me.
So Tony
Wow.
did the first 4, which means that 50%
Okay,
of
wait,
your
what
topic,
was this topic? What was this
50% of
topic?
Tony's topics have to do with wings.
One topic was TTS's idea, and the last one was my idea.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
so the
I
only,
don't
the
care
only
what
thing
the
you
topics are
contributed
for.
was the wings.
No, the Vings didn't have any topics this
Well, that's
week.
a good
He
topic,
just
though, we'll
he
get
just
to that.
asked to be on the podcast. So, yeah,
So
as
what's
we
your
said
main-
before, 97% optimized is not property of ZWR.
Eggman caught with Zombie why they tied the world record.
They've played a lot of games, haven't they?
To beating the world record. How's that? a
What did they
topic?
did they like kill themselves or? And
Well, I mean, it's
I
a
think
recent
they-
game, so I think we should talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Well, I mean, it's only gonna be up for
I
another.
don't know if it was they suicided or they died. It was actually kind of.
They
hard
would
to-
have reset.
Yeah,
they,
they would've
I'm pretty sure they
reset.
suicided, but they would
Eggman's-
have.
They suicided
Eggman's
because they
in
were gonna reset.
Eggman's in your chat.
Oh
The-
yeah.
The man behind it.
Oh, okay. I know what I want to talk about. So, okay, I got banned for saying this. I don't know. I thought it was like such a bullshit ban, but he was basically like, I was like, okay, you're running pap slow. You're not turning on traps while you're trading. Like, you should do that if you want to actually get instas. And then he was like, he came up to me. It was like, no. If we got better RNG, better dog round RNG, better trade RNG, and I'm like, okay, well, you're saying he was saying that if he got average monkey rounds, he would have got he would have got 163, and I'm like, you do realize you need like 4 hours for 163, and have you not even done the maths? I called him out on that bullshit. Like, people always use this thing like, oh, if my ratio was 50% 5 and 4s. Instead of 75% 5-rounders, I would have got the world record. Well, do the maths and see how much time 75 opposed to 50% actually saves. And when you actually see how much it saves, it's not that much. And this guy was just pulling this shit out of his ass, and I confronted him saying, dude, do the fucking maths if you're going to use this stupid fucking argument on why you didn't get 163. And then the guy just straight up banned me from his chat, and I'm just like, oh, okay, buddy boy. And I'm pretty sure John Cena, about why they didn't get the world record, John Cena came into my Discord and he was talking about, I asked him, I was like, why didn't they get the world record? And he was just like, yeah, they didn't trap, they didn't use traps effectively, they didn't run pap that fast.
Right.
So I feel like the way they fucking approached that co-op was so fucking retarded. They were like, oh, it's just RNG, instead of actually trying to improve their gameplay.
I mean, yeah, I don't mean to like sound bad to like Eggman and Zamba because I'm like chill with them. So, but I do think that definitely in situations like that, there's a lot of different angles you could like look at a game from and see like what added up to like really losing time. And I feel like they just didn't necessarily know like what the real cause was for their game in relation. I mean, I still have to give them credit though. They're BO3 players who are putting up a 160 co-op on BO1. I mean,
Haven't they been doing that for months? So.
Yeah, they've been like
that's
on
fair
and off
enough,
practicing for months. I mean, that's fair enough. Like, congratulations
Yeah.
to them and at least tying the record. It's better than I've ever done in their co-op. I also just think that now that they've seen one game in like that's now they know how to like improve upon that for a couple extra rounds, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, hopefully they know how to improve, because the way Eggman was talking, it sounded like if they ever replay, or if he ever replays, he's just going to do the same shit open for better luck, which that's just not going to work.
Definitely, it should not be always left up to luck, because that's what it would be like for like a couple years ago before the like reset optimizations were found to like actually push the rounds maps a little farther instead of being random. That was up to luck, like pure, because people didn't know. So I guess it was just more ignorance than luck, but still it was technically quote unquote luck based on getting an early or late reset, at least as how everyone saw it. And then so then you had like no choice other than to hope for a late reset, because most of the maps at that point too were getting pretty close to like maxed out for the time anyway. So definitely when you go to approach a game, especially when you already have like a good round on it, you should settle for what you did and just hope for a little better luck. You should try to improve in like some area, whether it's less downs, more consistency, less like screw ups that cause you to like take a minute to like re-grab the horde or like reset or whatever like is required to like get the strat back on track. You know, maybe push yourself and do like a slightly faster strat, or camp a little longer in the early rounds, or you know, just something like that. You know, you gotta like push yourself a little farther, because otherwise you don't get farther. You just kind of hover in like the same spot, you know?
Yeah.
Dumb rules for zombie games that exist. An example of that would be one window wonders.
I don't think that's even like a rule that anyone even like considers, because
it's
I'm pretty
on
sure like
I-
every Fast Therese player uses that.
Yeah, well,
I honestly don't even like remember why that rule got put into place. Like, way back
Okay,
in the
so
day. I think
this
it was
was
more of
Direct.
like the
I'm
okay.
pretty sure
I
it's
guess that
Direct.
was the con. Yeah,
And people weren't like, okay, let's take it by case. They just like applied it to everything, which was really stupid. 'cause
Right.
On Derice, it just doesn't really help you at all, apart from like one round.
yeah.
But I don't think there's
Definitely.
like any. Do you know like any other stupid rules? Because I don't even think anyone even like goes by that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. That's kind of getting to be an old rule, and
yeah, well,
again, that was like that was a rule intended for one map that was meant to be kind of put across all maps, and that should not always be the case. I do think that in some cases there should be map-specific rules, or like even just splits between the two if like rules are such controversial, like on Black Ops 4 Dead of the Night, like silver bullets versus no silver bullets.
BO4.
Like that's I know, but
Just make two
terrible
separate
game to try to
categories.
bring up. But yeah, just like if people want to, just make two separate categories and then they can just like go with it that way. Or
But if-
like on Die Rise, if people don't like a one window spawn, then just like ban it to keep the map interesting, you know? Like we can make rules to make strats like interesting instead of just boring, like ban Electric Cherry on BO4.
Yeah.
well,
I mean, BL4 is like a whole different beast. 'Cause, like,
Yeah, that's
everything,
like a huge can of worms. There would be like a million rules we'd have to like set in place to try to make that game like any form of enjoyable.
Yeah, fuck BL4. That game fucking sucks. I'm surprised there's people that actually play that game. I feel like that game is so shallow.
I was told that silver bullets don't exist on BO4 anymore. Because
Wait,
of the
really?
hardcore. Well, that's what I've been told by the owner of ZVVR. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Fleur, you used one window at the start of your...
Yeah, I used it for one round. Yeah.
but Last time I checked on ZR, you aren't in the rules. It says no one window, so I'm wondering why.
Does it? All
right,
say that? I
so
don't
we
think
just-
It does. It does. Say
So
it.
congratulations, we just completed Wings' challenge of listed number 1 world record on the site that's legit.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, there we go. We won.
Alright. Yeah. That's
That
crazy.
didn't take too long. What was that? 20 minutes?
Damn, I didn't even know he put a challenge like that.
Yeah, he did. He put it in the Discord. Add everyone. I dare you guys to list a rank number 1 world record on the site that's on
Rank 1, 2, damn, we got
Oh, I know another
got
rank
it.
1 record. It's I mean, it is a co-op, and it's like 200 and something, which is fake. But
Go
so
on.
that's another one.
Wanna
As
talk
well.
about
It's a 200 and something on BO3, but I'm gonna let Wings figure it out himself. I don't want to tell him what it is.
Yeah, I don't want to fix ZR's site for him. I'll let him try to figure that one out.
Yeah.
I like to watch him struggle.
It's alright. His very educated staff can figure it out.
Yeah. Well, he tried to ask me to like join his staff as an admin. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do as an admin? I hate your site.
Well, I mean, isn't that how you can get your docs? So
Oh yeah, that's also how he can get me on his side, so he knows I'm not up to anything.
remember what I told the three of you when you joined.
Oh god.
That's
What a
actually such
guy.
a good stream title.
Yeah, there it is.
Stupid.
Wings is pretty crazy.
Alright,
That's dumb.
next topic.
Anything. I
Next
don't even
topic.
have any more topics.
Yes, you do, because I'm
Oh,
looking at it.
Wings attempting to try and take down the podcast for doxing him. This is last week's episode.
Well, you know the most
So
about
what-
this.
I still don't know the logistics of
okay.
what was on the.
Oh, my bad. I claim gold though, because he's deleted every message he sent me in the last 6 months. So.
Oh my word! I mean that just sounds fishy by itself.
Well,
What happens when like we just let Tom do everything?
so we had to
So
just-
this-
Breeze through it.
organized.
That was easy.
Well, why are you trying to find screenshots? Can you not just describe what's going on? Do you not remember?
Oh, I don't have it.
How do you not
Oh,
remember?
I sent it to Fleur. Here we go. I don't mind the podcast being up, but you're trying to dox me in the video. Re-upload it without my name on the table and my face in the left-hand side. If I report the video, it will go down straight away, since I have a bigger channel, and that's what YouTube does. If a bigger channel reports a smaller one, they take the bigger one's side. I've done it before. Just show Photoshop Wings on the table instead, and remove the picture of my head.
No
I
god.
deleted some messages here too, but added the video. What do you say? And he said one of the pictures was okay. And the other one was
Okay.
for having his first name. Apparently, I was doxing him. So
To be fair, we did
That's
get
not a dox at all.
A
So
first name
you
is
don't
not a
even
dox, and address
Yeah,
is a dox.
Yeah.
Gashi front, Gashi license front, Gashi license back.
I mean,
need-
gosh, your license front.
and I
Yeah, that's
mean,
completely ridiculous.
technically, doxing itself is not illegal because the information's out there. You just gotta find it.
Okay, but
The only time like a doxing would be illegal is if you obtain that dox by like illegal or like not good means, I guess, if that makes sense.
I know this is a
So
little
like
bit
Wings.
off.
Like no, better example would be like, for example, and I was talking to Gash about all the doxes and stuff. Gash said that Wings asked for the dox for like work related stuff or something.
Yeah, so
and
it's
then-
lying.
Yeah, so that is technically not a legitimate way to obtain somebody's dox.
Talk
He
about
said it was like for
illegitimate.
work, and then has only used it to threaten it against Gash for leaving the site and
Well,
creating zombiekiss.com/leaderboards. But
I can talk about a illegitimate. Zombie Records is the legitimate business, so there's that too.
it is not that either.
Yeah, it is not that. So.
So
Sounds
technically, suing anyone for anything, it would be very up in the air.
Yeah. You don't want to say his first name in case he starts
What,
thinking
Emilio?
about doxing him again. Oh.
For Emilio, yeah, that's
Emilio.
definitely.
Actually, he can try to take it down, but he has to use his full name and the correct details. As the words of Emilio said himself, that he has to use his. You have to use your full details, or your channel gets taken down. So he can attempt to take it down, I guess. Interesting.
Yeah, he can
Talking
attempt.
about the Lego game series.
Fucking hell, yeah, that's what I've been playing.
fucking Vabank.
So, what do you guys think the next world record on BL1 Zombies high rounds is going to be? Like, what do you think the next world record is going to be?
I mean, Yezi's been playing 5. He could beat me pretty easily. I don't think like my record's unbeatable or anything. He's just got to get the game together.
I think a Dave private ass kick will get the 207 on Varrock.
207.
I mean, he's got rounds on Varrock. I could see him getting up there more.
I don't think he could play as fast as Phoenix.
Are there any maps?
I mean, Phoenix didn't play fast at all,
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's
Varrock-
very open.
It's also like hard to
that's
play
true.
Varrock though, because all the optimization comes in the first like 50 rounds, and then after that it's just maintaining consistency.
Oh no, there is some optimizations that Phoenix didn't use. But hold on.
To make the strat faster?
Yeah. You can make it faster, like Black Ops strat faster itself, but it becomes a lot less consistent.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing though.
Before Phoenix played that game, he was trying to play it like really fast. Like all his fails before that, I'm pretty sure he was trying to play it really fast, and he just gave up because it's actually, I don't know how difficult it is, but it's definitely a lot harder than the way he played it then. So,
Right.
I mean, it's definitely beatable if you know the optimizations, but I don't think anyone but like Phoenix or like very small set of players know what that is. So I don't think Dave will probably beat it. Possible.
ZWR Gauntlet, because I saw like 2 people playing it.
CR Gauntlet?
Yeah.
When does
The
it
Shang Gauntlet, dude. You
Oh,
win like
but-
$6
yeah,
for
yeah.
getting a 200.
But hold on.
It's like. What's it? It's like
What was the
200.
top again? The next world record.
And I'm pretty sure they banned like half the competition.
Well, he's banned and unbanned the competition like 6
Yeah.
times over because he realizes
you-
when he bans the competition, nobody's gonna win.
Wait, hold on. Who did he ban?
He banned Rook.
He's like, yeah,
Why?
like banned and unbanned him like 6 times. I don't
I don't
fucking
know.
know. Like
Okay.
hashtag fuck CWR in his title or shit like that.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, because he actually got one of the requirements for there was 2 sets of money, and one of them was beating the 100 SR, and he got a 711. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think Wings like congratulated him for it too.
yeah, he did. But if he like bans him, that's just so shady, right? Like,
Yeah.
holy shit. But I don't know what the next world record is gonna be, because I don't see like anyone really like.
I haven't seen anyone playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't even been playing.
But if I'm gonna take a shot in the dark,
Yes.
maybe Yezi. Yeah, I think that's because he streamed. Like some players just stream on their fucking ult, so you don't even know if they're playing or not, and that's just so fucking annoying, right? So yeah, I mean, Yezi could definitely be the next. He could be playing right now as we speak and get the world record.
Don't make me go to sleep paranoid now.
Yeah.
I've been looking at Shinanuma's direction because like the bar instas is like super easy and way faster than what Adopted did, and you could just like play faster
yeah,
than
for
him
sure.
just doing like the normal strat because he took like his 3rd down like right at instas. So if you just
Yeah.
were more consistent and didn't take that 3rd down that early, you could easily push a lot of time ahead of him. Plus he missed like a fuck ton of instas too. Like
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
he did.
understated how open that record is when you just look at it. But
Actually, I'm
also-
pretty sure. Yeah, he missed like 5 to 200, which is like pretty bad. I'd say like 4's average, 5's like bad.
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
is like really fucking bad. But yeah, it's definitely up for grabs.
But I mean,
Very
also,
easy. But
as
I feel
early
like
as, like-
the mentality of the community right now is they don't want to get like a 210, like a 210.
Right, they need to get a 222.
They want to get like 230 plus at least. Like the people
Yeah.
want to really push it, which I mean, yeah, it's
I-
definitely possible.
It's possible, but I also kind of have to disagree with that like mindset, I guess. That
Really?
I'm just have the one game that crushes it because I feel like it has to like naturally progress up. Otherwise, like you just expect yourself to play at this like big baller level when you like haven't proven that you can per se. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I like
see what you're saying.
seeing I like seeing like longer drawn out games where you can like prove your consistency before you really like start trying to put the heat on the game by like playing fast and stuff, because if you you could just play fast, but you can't play like fast smart. Like, and you can see that with some people too.
Oh yeah, I just
Like
feel
people
like
could just play, but they can't play smart.
because there's only been one player that's like historically been trying to go for Shinonuma, which was Furusasu.
Right.
And he's kind of like a Slayer where, you know, he's very fucking good at the game, but he's just not that consistent at being good at the game. So sometimes he play like a fucking robot. And so he doesn't have like that good of a round. I think he only has like a 120 or something, 2 downs. So I feel like if we just got more people playing the map, because when there's more people, more minds at something, I think we could definitely see the record being pushed. But
I definitely also see it where when a couple people start playing a map or someone like cranks out a really good game on a map, it kind of starts motivating like other people to kind of push towards playing that map, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like when you see somebody on like a big Reese game, you'll see like 3 other people start messing around on Reese, even though it might not get to something, you know?
Yeah.
I've definitely been one of those like followers, like when people getting like Kino and stuff like that.
I feel like you know, like what's happening with Shang, you know, like Rick's gotten pretty far too, and you know he was not the first person to start playing the map. Like, so I'm pretty sure like it was like a chain effect. Like Tango started playing it, and then like other people started playing it, and then other people started playing it. And I feel like if a record's gonna get beaten, and if people are trying to push the record, I think that's probably the way it's gonna get beaten. It's just that a lot of people pushing. I mean, it's kind of like trade show too, like. People with trade show was not like, oh, I came along. It was like a long line of players playing the map, and gradually over time, like the knowledge kind of got passed on. So, you know, it eventually got being like that.
Yeah, you didn't figure out trade strat in like one game. It took you like multiple to like refine it and like figure out like everything you got to do.
And it also, I came off the back of, you know, like Luda's optimization, Crumpet's optimization. So more people working on one map.
Right. You kind of like pool your resources together to come up with like the mindset and the strategies to like get the record.
Yeah, I think that's a way, or that's probably the most likely way a world record's going to get pushed like a lot. And I feel like the next record that probably could be beaten would either be 5 or Shang. I don't think any other. I don't see any other strat right now that's like, or of any other map that's like, oh wow, that's gonna get beaten. Just 5 or Shang, because you know, he's playing 5 a lot, and he's coming off the back of like you know, like you did like.
And he had his 219, so he has like the credibility, he has like the skill to do it.
Yeah, and he has like your game is like you know, like the optimizations you probably found with 2.5, because you know when you play a strat for a long time, there's like a lot of scenarios.
Like learn your own and you learn your consistencies and whatnot.
Yeah. So those are the only 2 records I see that's like, okay, yeah, maybe in like a 6 months to a year span that's gonna get beaten. But I feel like world records are gonna slow down because now we've kind of got like the dog shit records out of the way. You know, Frenzy finally being slain. Fucking
now we kind of start getting. Now we're starting to see the records like starting to hit their like realistic peaks.
Yeah,
like where people are not gonna look at that record and be like, oh, I can fucking beat that. So that motivates them to play. It's got to be like, I can prove my worth, or I'm gonna challenge this record. It has to be like, you know, the personal like. I'm challenging myself to beat the records now, rather than just like, oh, that's free as fuck. I want to go have it. I want to have it to say I have a record, you know?
Yeah. Road records are definitely getting a lot harder now. I feel like the last record that mentality exists is probably Shinonuma. But Shinonuma
that's the last one, I think.
The restarts are really grueling. That's like the only...
Players, like, stop playing after 222 got beat.
Like,
there were more games.
I
mean, as soon as Yezi 226 came out, we had Illusion Aim play.
Wait, Yezi 226? What?
Or sorry, wait. We're still on Ascension, right?
229. Yeah, you mean 229 ninjas, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. And then we had, was it Zomba played like a 226, I think it was. Illusion Aim had like a 226 as well.
It was no, I don't think Zomba got. Oh yeah, no, Zomba did get a 226. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, Zomba had like a 220 something and died. I mean, Illusion Aim got there and like reset. Phoenix had the 232, and I think that kind of slammed the door on like anyone like trying to click bot ninjas.
I'm pretty sure Zomba is still playing. Ascension. For
Yeah, no,
whatever
he's still
reason.
playing.
I don't know if he's playing for world record, and I know Fire'em is like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can be the world record now, because Fire'em wasn't like, let's just say he wasn't really like the best fucking player in the world before, but now he's really stepped up his game. Like he's become really good. He doesn't like fucking stream like ever, so like not many people know this, but yeah, he's got like a lot.
I'm still thinking that I could play 5 again, or not 5, but I could play Ascension and like get my round up too, because I only have like a 157, and those were like dumb deaths and stuff. But
fair enough.
Yeah, I just haven't had like the motivation either. Like man thinks that Zombie will be playing Ascension until he gets close. And,
yeah, I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen him play Ascension. I don't know, like people and Ascension, like get the fuck off that map. That map sucks dick too.
It's such a hard map to like restart if you're like going for like lock jug and stuff. And it's
fucking hell.
It's grueling because it's just two things. It's running PAP and it's trading out, and both of them get pretty boring pretty quick, especially if you're playing the map over and over and over.
I feel like that map is actually like I'm gonna say difficult, and people are like, "Oh, difficult? What do you mean? The map's fucking easy. All it is just fucking doing this shit." I don't mean difficulty as in like surviving like that. I think at this point, you know, zombies is becoming not even the difficulty to survive, but the difficulty to play optimally, knowing how to play optimally. And people on Ascension just fucking, most people that play Ascension fucking suck at that. It's like there actually really needs to be a guide for Ascension to like actually play fast, because people just don't know. Like I always see like fucking people complaining about RNG, but every time they get like they have like a lot of rounds on the map and they always have a slow game. It's like really bro.
The only like strategy, like the only tutorial to play fast would be Nuker's trade strat.
And that doesn't even go into like that doesn't even go into as much depth.
And any video on like Pap Strat is from like 2013 era, so it's all like just really slow, like just making sure you get the horde up and stuff. It's not like zipping out super fast and zipping back in like as optimally as possible, and like meeting the zombies as they come out of the door and turning and shooting, and you know, like it's not that optimized in any of those videos, so people don't think to like try to be that optimized. And people don't pick that up too when they watch videos for the first time. Like if you watch like a video on how to do Pap Strat for the first time and they see like the high level gameplay, they're not going to think, oh, I must be at that doorway when the zombies come out, you know?
Yeah.
They don't like pick up on that to play fast. They just think, just think that running the strat's enough.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't think like you're actually like losing time, like even if it's like a 1/10 of a second from like movement or stuff like that.
It's actually pretty funny. But yeah, people need to actually, like, this like kind of going on to the first topic, where people actually really need to make videos for this type of shit.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, people are playing
like,
so fucking slow.
Like,
it's kind of
people,
painful.
I don't know, maybe if Gosh contacted, like, people who are best on certain maps, they could make something.
Yeah, I think I've...
Like I honestly,
that too. It's like you should, like, hit up, like, people and, like, have them, like, jot some notes down about strategies and stuff, or even, like, make their own videos, like talking about the strat and stuff, you know? Just like a little like 5-minute video just showing the strat, and like they're talking over it and they're showing you like and talking about like how to like run the strat, what to look out for, that kind of stuff. And after that, you can just leave like 15 minutes of like raw gameplay for like, you know, to show like the strategy in action. And they want more behind that, just like link to like a past broadcast of somebody playing, and then you got even more there.
Well, it's a really good idea, to be, in my opinion. Strategy out of it.
Like I said earlier, once it's live, I'm hoping people can start contributing to it. Yeah, definitely. I'm more than willing to help contribute to the.
Yeah, I already did.
Like low run strategy, high run strategy, insta strat, tips and tricks,
beginner strats, pro strats. You know, just help make high running accessible, because you know this community has been small and like. You know, like it's been a small community for a long time because people kind of just left, you know?
Yeah. Like,
and there's like no real way for people to like come in, because those people that have left like grew up with all these like strategies emerging and stuff.
And they're not passed on.
Right. People just leave with like knowledge of the maps. Like ZombieTube, when he had like the trip trap on Kino, like he had that knowledge for like a year before he like actually played a Kino game with it. He just like didn't bother to play and just kind of vanished from the community for a while. You know, and then like he just left that knowledge. You can't. There is no escape from the zombies community.
There's no escape.
There actually isn't, that, to be fair.
Yeah. Wings will still be in control in 10 years.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Maybe 35.
Right, I agree.
Dave will
You have
be
to start from somewhere. I think stuff like Zombicus will help like grow and preserve the community.
Yeah, like I think most people in the community would use that for like not even BO1, like even BO3. There's gumballs or BO4. There's stuff don't know, but
Right, there's a gumball tracker, boss tracker. Like there's something for everybody to use.
Yeah,
It's all in one.
drop cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zombicus is like what
And
Zombie later like never like came to be.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not run by a lunatic.
Yeah, it has that going for it too.
And it's coded well, unlike ZVVR.
It doesn't have 10 Indian devs from Fiverr working on it. How many CWR staff does it take to change a light bulb?
Too many.
One when you threaten their docs in front.
Yeah,
Thanks for listening or something. This has been 97% optimized so far.